From a windy Werner Park in Papillion, Nebraska, this is USL League One on ESPN Plus. As tonight, it's Union Omaha and Central Valley Fuego FC in a really exciting early season matchup between two high-octane clubs. I'm Donnie Barnes. Union Omaha celebrating their 2021 league championship tonight. Both these clubs coming off very emotional midweek U.S. Open Cup matches. And for Union Omaha, history made on Tuesday in Chicago as they became the first ever League One club to defeat an MLS team in the Open Cup. Noe Meza equalizing in the 51st minute at Soldier Field, and then trailing 2-1 in the 122nd minute of extra time. Alex Touche, normally a defender, set up front, finding the equalizing goal with nearly the final kick of extra time. That sent it to penalties. And Union Omaha would prevail there thanks in part to this clutch save from Rashid Nuhu, his first ever professional penalty save. What a time for it. And that led to the winning kick from Dion Akoff, who shushed the Chicago fans and sent Union Omaha to the next round. Meanwhile, Viljan Bijev, the star of the show for Central Valley Fuego thus far, he has 4 goals already, including 2 in an Open Cup match against El Paso and 2 more a couple weekends ago against Charlotte Independence. This one in the 96th minute stoppage time with his side chasing a goal, gave them a late point. Spectacular goal, crazy circumstances. Fresno games have been crazy in general so far. They've scored 10 in their first 4 matches, and it should be a really fun one here tonight. Union Omaha will raise that banner, hand out those championship rings. Fuego hoping to spoil the party. We'll have lineups and your opening kick next. Tonight we'd like to welcome our Centris Federal Credit Union ball kids. If you want to be a Centris ball kid at the next Union Omaha match, visit unionomaha.com/community to sign up. And thank you to Nebraska State Soccer for helping us select the Centris ball kids. I had to read that 2 years ago when I was their PA announcer. Well, last year, of course, Union Omaha reigned supreme as USL League One champions as they defeated Greenville Triumph 3-0 in the final right here at Werner Park. They raised the trophy, they fired the confetti, and tonight they celebrate that title again. There's Peter Marlette, along with owner Gary Green, posing with the returning members of that championship team. Marty Cordero also in the picture there, giving out the championship rings. Getting that hardware for the hand. Always a special moment for a player. There's a shot of those rings. The owl, the Volt eyes, really good looking. And a great memento for all of these players who were involved in that memorable 2021 season. And of course, the banner raising that flag. USL League One champions. And one of the upsides of this very windy night in the Omaha Metro is that flag is very legible as it gets starched from left to right. What a good-looking championship flag that will fly forevermore at Werner Park. And of course, this club hopes to add many more in the future. There's our officiating crew making their way onto the field. Let's look at the lineups, the starting 11s for these two sides here tonight. And we'll begin with the home team, of course, Union Omaha, coached by Jay Mims in his third season. They line up in their usual 4-4-2. Rashid Nuhu, as usual, is in goal for them, as he has been nearly every match over the past 3 seasons. Kamatani and Meza starting up top. That's the same pairing that started their first league match. And for Central Valley Fuego FC, now coached by Martin Vasquez. We'll talk more about him as we go on. We talked about Viljan Bijev in that striker role. Keep an eye out as well on Renato Bustamante, who starts up top for them. They've scored 10, they've conceded 6 in their first 4 matches. So again, really exciting games every time they've been involved thus far in their brief time in League One and in the U.S. Open Cup. Starting lineups presented by Rotella's Italian Bakery. So just a couple minutes away from kickoff here at Werner Park. Looks like a good crowd filing their way in as Central Valley Fuego FC wearing those white tops trimmed in the red and green tonight. They are a club that got off to quite a start with 4 points in their first 2 league matches. Again, coming up with that 4th point and that last-minute equalizer by Viljan Bijev that we showed you in our open in a wild 3-3 draw at Charlotte Independence, after they won their opener 2-0 at Greenville Triumph. Union Omaha, you see them wearing their black kits with black shorts tonight, with Rashid Nuhu in the Volt goalkeeper kit. They've drawn their first 2 League One matches, both on the road. A 2-2 draw at Forward Madison in a very entertaining match. A 0-0 stalemate with Tormenta FC last weekend in a match that did not feature nearly as many goal-scoring opportunities. There is Martin Vasquez, who was just appointed head coach a couple weeks ago of this club, along with Jay Mims, to know each other and have a lot of respect for each other. Martin Vasquez, a very distinguished career both as a player and as a coach. Of course, the first soccer player to ever play for both the Mexico national team and the U.S. men's national team, and was a part of Jurgen Klinsmann's staff, an assistant with the U.S. MNT from 2011 to 2014. He's also been an assistant coach at Bayern Munich. He was an assistant last year at Houston Dynamo, so quite a resume that he brings to USL League One. And of course, Jay Mims needs no further introduction in League One after what he's done with this Union Omaha club and squad over the first 2 seasons plus. And another big feather in his and their cap with that memorable win over Chicago Fire on Tuesday night. But tonight it's back to league business in the home opener. Their first time on this pitch at Werner Park this season. Really haven't had a chance to even train here prior to tonight, so it's such a new team. For many players, it's their first time on this pitch this evening, and we're underway as it's the defending League One champs against the exciting newcomers to this circuit. Again, Union Omaha in the black, Central Valley Fuego FC in the white. And you hear that wind whipping around. It is really gusting, mostly from left to right. And so you'll see it affect balls in the air quite a bit, it would seem. And we'll see if it becomes a factor as we'll have an early free kick for Union Omaha. You would think, especially on goal kicks, traveling in this direction from left to right, Rashid Nuhu, who can take such long goal kicks in the first place, with the wind at his back in this first half. Be interesting to see how far those could fly for him. Our referee is Greg Dopka, making his first call of the evening. Union Omaha, who've been really good from set pieces, largely because of the deliveries of Joe Brito, who's standing over this early set piece opportunity. Bends it into the box, and an early chance headed over. Great opportunity for Dalton Knutson, who couldn't get over it and put it over the bar. Knutson just caught a little flat-footed there, got stuck underneath the ball, maybe looking into that setting sun, perhaps wasn't able to judge the flight of it the way he would have liked. Alex Touche back in defense tonight, as he normally will be this season. First touch for Ryan Jiba, and it'll be a throw for Union Omaha. You saw in our open, Alex Touche moved up front for the final minutes of that match in Chicago on Tuesday, with Union Omaha chasing a goal. Jay Mims told us he realized they only had a few minutes left. So that match had flown by as an attack down the left, and that skids out of play for a goal kick. So Jay Mims realized they only had a few minutes left to try to find an equalizer. So trailing 2-1, he told Alex Touche, hey, defend this next play and then go up front. And Alex Touche won the defensive header, then went up front and promptly scored the equalizer. That sent that match to penalty kicks, which of course Union Omaha were victorious in. See Parliament behind that goal to the right. There's a Volt out tonight at Werner Park. Fans encouraged to wear that Volt yellow. First 1,500 through the gates received a Volt rally towel as well. Fuego FC looking to play their way out of the back. Intercepted though. Union Omaha looking to get that press working, and Hugo Kamatani hoping to cross. Drew 2 white shirts. Good defending there. Now Jiba swings the cross in, taken down by Akoff, then the bicycle kick is sent wide. Acrobatic attempt by Noe Meza. Again, one of those goal scorers against Chicago in midweek. With a really sweetly struck right-footed volley, this time going for the even more spectacular. Wasn't too far away. Well, Fuego FC, as you see that ball hang up in that wind, and a man pulling up for Fuego as they look to settle their way into this match. Fuego had a bye last weekend, so they're not playing their third match in 7 days the way Union Omaha are. On the other hand, they did have to play in the Open Cup on Wednesday, whereas Omaha played on Tuesday night. So Union Omaha, in theory, with an extra day to recover, as that press forces an errant pass and a throw-in for the Owls. So we'll see which side has more legs late in the second half, or if it's an advantage for either team. Of course, Fuego having to fly out here after playing at Sacramento Republic on Wednesday night. They did not go to extra time in their game. They nearly did. They wished they had. They were 1-1 in the 95th minute, conceded a late penalty, and fell 2-1 to Sacramento Republic to be eliminated from the Open Cup after a great battle. I'm sure Union Omaha probably would have also preferred that they had not conceded that late penalty and had to play an extra 30 minutes as well. But then having to fly out here and not a lot of time to train ahead of this one. Union Omaha got back to their hotel early Wednesday morning at 1:30, Jay Mims said. They stayed in the locker room for hours after that match. Just wanted to soak it in, and he said also they were so tired. Nobody moved for a long time. Nobody even went to shower. They wanted to drink it in, and also they needed to rest. They had put so much into that game. See the goalkeeper, Ofek Antman, very active on the top of his box, playing out with his feet, calmly finding teammates for Fuego. We'll have a deep throw here, and Antman with a chance to handle again. So again, Union Omaha having to fly back early Wednesday. Did a little bit of light recovery and watched back some of the highlights, continued to drink in their historic victory, and then had Thursday off. So really just one full training session yesterday ahead of this match to focus on Fuego FC. Akoff trying to burst down that right. Defended away. Most of the early possession here for Union Omaha. Of course, are generally a team that likes to counterattack. Often does not have huge advantages in possession, but with the wind in their favor in this first half, having the better of the early play. That spins to Meza. Good stretch by J.P. Skierce to keep possession. Now Skierce again trying to thread through to Meza. It's a neat ball. Maxie Schenfeld releasing his teammate down the left. Schenfeld again. Michael Hornsby working his way forward on the left. Jordan Chavez. And now Muhammad Dabo. It's a heavily local Fuego FC roster that they've put together. Lots of players with ties to Fresno and the Central Valley of California. Now starting to find their rhythm more. Settling onto this pitch and maybe getting used to this wind. That's not a great ball, though, from Ozzy Ramos, easily picked off by Brito. Of course, Fuego FC, that club name, if you followed USL soccer for a long time, you know that's a nod to the Fresno Fuego, who played in the PDL and USL League 2 from 2003 through 2019. That iteration of the franchise won 5 division titles and made 9 playoff appearances. Won a League 2 regular season title back in 2011. Very calmly done by Ofek Antman there. Union Omaha finally able to win that ball back. Ali Hadzik. Akoff with the step over, looking to outrace Hornsby to the end line. Good defending. And Akoff trying to claim that Hornsby had it nick off him. It will be a goal kick. You saw Dion Akoff with that winning penalty against Chicago Fire, if you were here for our open. Gave the little shush to the Fire fans behind that goal after he slammed it into the net to end that epic match. He's made a very confident start to his Union Omaha career. Played really well against Des Moines Menace in the Open Cup. Had a good match against forward Madison. Free kick for the Owls. Dalton Knutson, the man fouled there. As we're in the 10th minute at 0-0. Ball careening crazily off a couple. It's been a very assured opening 10 minutes from Michael Hornsby. Defending again against Noe Meza, and Meza is called for the foul. Much to the disgust of Parliament behind that goal. Noe Meza, the all-time leading scorer for Seattle men's soccer in college, 24 years old. Now has a goal at Soldier Field against an MLS club to his name. It's one thing to score against and beat an MLS team in preseason. Plenty of League One teams play MLS teams in preseason friendlies, but quite another to do it in an Open Cup match that counts. Akoff, Meza, and Akoff again. Looking to find Hugo Kamatani. Meza. And then Brito weaving his way through. Flipping it back out. This is Ali Hadzik on the overlapping run. Can he keep it in play by the corner? No. And a good move for Union Omaha breaks down. We do have a blind spot down in that right corner. Vantage point at Werner Park had to be switched to the opposite side of the field for this match due to some technical issues. That vantage point is expected to be back to its usual one in Union Omaha's next match and for the rest of the season. So if you watched Union Omaha games last year, you're used to seeing the action from the opposite side of the field. It will return to that. You don't normally see the left center and center field fence or the scoreboard at Werner Park. So a different view tonight. And you'll have to bear with us on those balls that go into that right-hand corner. There's Amir Alihadzik, 28 years old, from Bosnia and Herzegovina. And a key part of this Union Omaha title-winning squad last year. One of those 8 returners who received his championship ring in that pre-match ceremony. Hornsby will stay in play. Good pressing by Connor Doyle. And then Meza pokes it free. Union Omaha really energetic in that press early on. And when they get deeper into the season and have their legs fully under them, that's the kind of press that under Jay Mims they will look to sustain for a full 90 minutes. Again, it will be interesting to see if they'll be able to sustain it tonight. That ball forward intended for Kamatani, he's offside. You saw that linesman's flag flying in that breeze as he raised it at the bottom of your screen. Good link up there between Akoff and Kamatani. Kamatani just a bit early in his run. Hugo scored his first professional goal a couple weekends ago at Forward Madison. Wasn't able to make as much of an impact last week at Tormenta, in a match that, again, very few attacking players were able to make much of an impact in. Fuego FC with those colors of red, black, and green. They have a green stripe on their shield. They'll have a free kick here. When you see their shield, you'll see that green stripe, and that represents the rich agricultural industry and heritage in the Central Valley. Even the shape of their shield in the shape of a spade to honor farmers and field workers and essential laborers and service workers. Here's the first card of the match after that tackle by Chavez, and he goes into the book, Jordan Chavez, in the 15th minute. We'll see it again. Chavez challenging Joe Brito, and Greg Dopka saying you went through the back of him, can't do that. Chavez trying to say I got the ball, but Greg Dopka judging that the angle of the challenge was a yellow card offense. So the first caution of the match. Union Omaha played the final 20 minutes or so up a man last week when Tormenta FC had a man sent off in the 73rd minute. They weren't able to make much of that extra player. J.P. Skierce eventually plays that free kick short. Then had to get rid of that ball more quickly than he would have liked. And there was a foul at the end of that as well as Bijev was whistled. Ilyan Bijev from Fresno. Last played in the USL with OKC Energy. Very veteran striker. 29 years old, and Jay Mims raved about him this week. Having a conversation with Greg Dopka about that last foul. Jay Mims said this week that Fuego FC might have the best 2 forwards in the league. There's Ryan Jiba looking to keep that in play. Goes out. Off Jiba last, says the linesman. Fuego FC with 4 goals from Bijev as Jiba wins that back. They've also had 3 from from Cheney, who is on the bench to start tonight. We're going to have another yellow card here, the second already for Fuego FC. And they're working themselves into trouble in the book early in this one. This card given to Ozzy Ramos. Ramos going in with the high boot and the knee, perhaps. So Chavez carded in the 15th minute, Ramos in the 17th. Union Omaha has been beaten up early this season. They have had a number of players carrying knocks, and they really don't need another. That's Amir Ali Hadzik, who stayed down after that challenge. There's Jay Mims, already fiddling with that whiteboard. Figuring out some early adjustments he wants to make. The magnets are out. The newly bearded Jay Mims. I've not seen him with facial hair in past seasons. Ali Hadzik back to his feet. Jay Mims admitting they were beaten up last week, and they're still carrying some knocks this week. There's Martin Vasquez reuniting with Milton Blanco, his first assistant. Those two played together earlier in their careers. And Vasquez holding coaching positions with LA Galaxy, Chivas USA, Real Salt Lake, including a one-year stint as head coach in the USL Championship with Real Monarchs. Meza chesting this down. Akoff by the end line, keeps it in play, and it rolls just wide of that far post. Union Omaha inches away from opening the scoring. The little flick by Kamatani, great improvisation, and it nearly resulted in the opener for the Owls. It looked as though this ball would have too much on it for Akoff, able to sprint there, and somehow Kamatani getting something on that. Little back heel flick. How sensational would that have been if it had crept in at that far post? Another really good move by Union Omaha. They come again. And Meza defended well. Ali Hadzik exchanging with Akoff. Akoff against three defenders. Clips it toward Meza. Good defending by Bijev. Using his size to shield the ball and not commit the foul against J.P. Skierce. Now Kamatani. And he's dispossessed as he ran into a wall of white shirts. A very energized Union Omaha start to this match, despite playing 120 minutes in midweek. Feeding off the energy from this crowd in their home opener. But 20 minutes in, it's 0-0. Fuego FC, a side that will create chances of their own before the night's out, you would figure. And for them, the focus right now might be on surviving this first half, hoping to get to halftime level. And look to go more on the attack in the second half when they'll have the wind in their favor. The throw for the Owls. Kamatani winning that off the head of Hornsby. The Fuego FC bench accusing Noe Meza of getting that boot high. Now some defending to do, and it's done well by Alex Touche. Hugo Kamatani with that half chance that he almost turned into a goal a couple minutes ago. Now with the press on Antman. And Hugo Kamatani scored a ton of goals at UNO here in the Omaha Metro, especially his junior year when he was an All-American. UNO's first All-American in program history since their program started a decade ago. Flicks it on here for Brito, who takes it down and volleys it way over. More positive play from the Owls, who had to replace about 30 goals from last year. All the players that departed to higher levels and other clubs after what was such a stacked team last season. When you look at players who have gotten off to great starts at higher levels this year, you start to realize just how packed that Union Omaha team was last year. Connor Doyle, of course, playing so well in USL Championship. Evan Conway and a number of others making early impacts with their new clubs after helping Union Omaha to the regular season and postseason title last year. Kamatani hoping to make his mark this season. Through for Brito. Joe Brito pulls it wide. Huge, huge chance on the 23rd minute. And Brito scuffed it off his heel instead of cushioning it into that corner. Well, Hornsby, who's had such a good start to the match defensively for Fuego FC, got caught there, stepped up to try to intercept that. Didn't get there. And then his goalkeeper was exposed, but Brito couldn't finish. That is a clear-cut chance. Fuego FC winds up with a result tonight. That's one of the moments we'll look back on, but Union Omaha hopes there's plenty more of those moments to come and that they'll capitalize on a couple. Antman being harangued by Kamatani, but Antman's been handling really well with his feet in these opening 23 minutes. Now Fuego FC looking to get forward, but unable to connect with Ozzy Ramos. Bit of a disjointed start for the visitors, but again, you can't necessarily blame them, having played a draining match themselves on Wednesday at Sacramento Republic, then having to fly here the next day. Playing in very windy conditions away from home tonight on an unfamiliar pitch. Important for Union Omaha that they make this spell of pressure and superiority count on the scoreboard. That ran out of play, and it's a throw for Fuego. Union Omaha unofficially with 5 shots so far, none of them on target though. Fuego FC have not had a shot yet. They'll have a free kick though, right on that halfway line. You'll be hearing that wind in the background all night long. Series of free kicks for Fuego. Now Hornsby with room to send in the cross. Wasn't a very good one. He'll get a second bite at it though as it ricocheted right back to him. Came off Connor Doyle. Hornsby again. Faced up by Ali Hodzik by the corner. Ali Hodzik blocks. It's out for a corner. And the first corner of the match for Fuego. It is a Modelo corner kick. It will be Viljan Bijev to take it. Not a bad guy to have taking your corners. You can see it's a very nice night in Omaha, besides that blustering wind. Bijev sends it in, and nearly an Olympico. I don't think that Rashid knew who was getting there if his teammate hadn't. Vital clearing header. It's another corner. It'd be interesting to see that from another angle perhaps. And Bijev, see what he tries this time. And here comes Nuhu and he punches clear. Really good punch from the Owls keeper. And he'll be able to gather this easily as it comes back in. And now Ryan Jiba looking to motor forward on that left using his speed. And he'll have a throw. We've talked about Ryan Jiba the last couple of weeks. Guy who's always played as an attacking player in his career, just moving to defender early this season. And Jay Mims, as a foul, will give Fuego FC a free kick. Jay Mims encouraging Jiba to get forward and attack as much as possible. Let's see that corner again a moment ago. That was curling into the goal. Dalton Knutson it was who headed it away and probably saved a goal there. Otherwise, would have been an Olympico for Viljan Bijev. Nearly adding to his spectacular highlights in the early weeks this season. Knutson taking this down under some pressure and has to concede a throw. Renato Bustamante applying the pressure there. Fuego FC looking to turn up their attack. Clipped into the box. A little confusion at the back there for Omaha, but Ali Hadzik able to clean it up just before it fell to Bijev to have a hit. Not a guy you want to be dwelling on the ball 6 yards out from your own goal against. See Hugo Kamatani pressing everywhere he can. Antman forced to go long. A bit of head tennis before it was settled by Bustamante. Good possession play then from Maxi Schenfeld. And Hornsby all the way back to Antman. Wants his teammate to come shorter. And then has to boot it out into touch. Throw for Ryan Jiba right in front of that Fuego bench. Mohamed Dabo creating a little pocket of space for himself. Hanging it up for Bustamante. Battling with Alex Touche. And then volleyed forward. Opportunity to run onto this. And a left-footed strike. Nuhu pushes it away. And then it's cleared away as Maxi Schenfeld had a strike at goal. I'm not sure if that would have been on target. Might have gone wide at the far side, but Nuhu getting both hands to it. More danger from Fuego FC over these last 5 minutes. Now a free kick for Union Omaha as we're nearly a half hour in. Ali Hadzik forward, didn't really have a teammate up, and Noe Meza showing his frustration with that. Union Omaha will be able to set up the press. Press neatly sidesteps. Now Antman. Again, that ball hanging up in the wind. Good one-touch passing for the Owls. Meza trying to hook it into the path of Ali Hadzik. Hornsby's going to get there first. And thought he would try to let it run out of play by the corner flag. Instead, he puts it off of Ali Hadzik and wins the throw. Good play from Michael Hornsby. Union Omaha wearing those black kits for the first time this season tonight. Been away from home exclusively this year. And they're going to have a free kick just outside the penalty box. It was Brito who was brought down. And Schenfeld venting a little frustration at referee Greg Dopka. Viljan Bijev playing the veteran, pulling his teammate away. Not the kind of chances you want to be handing Joe Brito. deliver something teasing into that 6-yard area. It's perhaps a little closer in than Brito would like. He could go for goal here, although tougher with the right foot from this kind of angle. See, just the two-man wall for Fuego. Would Brito maybe try to curl it over their heads and go for that near corner? That would be audacious. Here he goes. He does try to go for goal, and it's toward that back post and not too far either from that post or from an Omaha head. It was Kamatani who was crashing in at that far side. And another near miss for Union Omaha. Kamatani wanting his teammates to step up and press. You see Noe Meza there at the top of the area, ready to press if this ball is played short. It's a second ball on the field that has to be cleared off. Good job by our centrist ball kid to do so. So they go long despite the wind. And that suits Omaha. Well, would have suited them fine as they won the header, but at the expense of a foul. Now the referee, see him gesturing toward that Fuego bench. Maybe hearing some chatter towards him that he didn't like, wanting to put a stop to that. That Fuego technical area unhappy with the officials over this first 33 minutes. Meza chasing after that. Goalkeeper finally does come out. That was very calm again from Ofek Antman. I'm not sure his teammate Jordan Chavez was convinced his goalkeeper was going to come early enough there. Antman said, "Relax, I have this." Knutson with a header forward to Meza, who does well to shield off that ball. And then draws the foul. Another free kick coming in the attacking half for the Owls. And more frustration voiced by Ozzy Ramos, who's already on a yellow, remember, so has to be a little careful about that kind of thing. Just clipping the top of Meza's foot, perhaps, but he obviously does not think so. See that wind blowing the ball from the spot where it's supposed to be stationary before this free kick. You're going to have to do like you do in the NFL. Have somebody hold that ball on the tee. It is Meza who's placing this ball and acting like he's going to be the one to take the free kick. And you see Brito kind of holding it in place for a moment. It is Meza to take, and Meza strikes toward goal, and he's just over the bar. Antman appeared to have it covered. Decent effort. That's another goal kick. Done by Ali Hadzik to Brito. Down the line, Kamatani's onside. Hugo Kamatani's going to track this down by the end line. Kamatani looks to pull it across and head it out at the back post. Corner for Union Omaha. It will be their first of the match. A Modelo corner forthcoming in the 36th minute. Well, Hugo Kamatani sprang that offside trap and was all alone. Unfortunate for Union Omaha that that ball took him all the way to the end line. Brito to take the corner. 4 black shirts in the box to aim for. Goes for the near post. It runs all the way across and somehow went through everyone and out for a goal kick. Dalton Knutson was in the vicinity and felt he should have gotten something on it. You see him gesturing to his teammate. I was that close. Ooh, yet another incredible delivery from Joe Brito. Kind of ball that's just begging to be slammed into the net, either by a head or by a foot. I think Dalton Knutson maybe wasn't quite sure whether to go for that with his head or with his foot. Just a fraction behind it in the end. Here's Meza. Union Omaha still pressing for that opener before halftime. Another 8 minutes plus stoppage time to go until then, but Ali Hadzik couldn't keep that in play. It's Francois Deleuze, excuse me. Playing it across the face of his own goal to a teammate. It'll be a throw for Fuego. Francois Deleuze played for New England Revolution 2 in League One last year. Played his college soccer at Manhattan College. Antman just clearing Noe Meza. Ali Hadzik may have managed to steal a few yards there with that run up. Another throw in for the Owls. Meza was looking for the free kick. And Hornsby not giving the ball to Brito to take a throw in quickly. Some savvy play by Fuego FC. This then was rolled away a little bit further afterward. That's Ozzy Ramos who goes down under that challenge, holding his head. Not sure if there was a clash of heads with Noe Meza there. Meza doesn't appear affected. Ozzy Ramos played at San Diego State and Seattle University. Also played in Niza last with San Diego 1904. Good to see him back up. Take another look at that moment. See him come into the picture. Yeah. Challenges with Noe Meza. Maybe some contact with Meza's head to the side of the face or cheekbone. I think Fuego FC would be very happy to get to halftime at 0-0. And they haven't been the kind of team to play for a 0-0 so far this season, but under the circumstances, that would not be a bad result for them through the first 45. Looking for a free kick here, and they'll get one. Connor Doyle, guilty of a push. And of course, it could still turn out better than 0-0 at the break for Fuego FC if they could make something from this free kick. It was Ramos who was bundled over there. And Bijev standing over it. Bijev holding that ball in place while they line up this free kick. Ramos standing behind the defenders. It is Bijev trying to curl it toward that back stick and cleared away. A couple Fuego players appealing for a corner. Volleyed along by Jiba, but it had gone out across the touchline. It will be a throw. You saw that free kick hang up in the wind. Difficult for players to judge and time their jumps in wind like this. Runs out of play for a Union Omaha throw. It's been a good first half. Not seen a goal yet. Union Omaha have had several good opportunities. Ilyan Bijev coming the closest for Fuego FC with a near Olympico from a corner. That's their only attempt at goal so far. Will there be another chance for either side before half? That's long for Kamatani, too long. Scooped up by Antman. Owls looking to press. Antman loops it over that press. Akoff trying to take it down. That ball blowing all the way back. Has to be played, otherwise it would have been a corner. Bijev, classy takedown. So well done, then turning and looking to find a teammate. Now it's Union Omaha who break down the left. Jiba forward. Jiba, chance to cross, and it came off the defender, I believe. Nope, it is a goal kick. Jiba thought he had won a corner off Nathan Smith. Good defending by Smith, though. Wonder if Jay Mims would have liked to have seen Jiba play that in earlier, attempt the cross earlier. Took an extra touch or two and just ran away from him far enough to make that cross difficult. Give Smith the chance to get the block in and win the goal kick. Let's just see how difficult goal kicks are from that side right now. Union Omaha still hoping to find that opening goal before halftime. See how much time we'll have added on at the end of this half. It's going to run through for Meza, trying to pull it back for Skiers. Didn't reach him. Counter might be on for Fuego FC. They didn't connect cleanly. They'll look to settle things down, but Akoff wins it back, and here's Dion Akoff down the left. Akoff with Kamatani in front of him. Looking to find Kamatani. It's cleared. It will be a corner. Second Modelo corner of the opening half for Union Omaha. Joe Brito, who nearly produced a goal from his first one, probably should have, as no teammates could find their way onto the end of it. Look for another teasing delivery here in the final minute of the 45. Referee first spots something he doesn't like. Wants to have a word with the goalkeeper and with Hugo Kamatani, who says, "Who, me?" Looks like he's also talking with Mohamed Dabo. We'll have 3 minutes added on at the end of this first half. Referee having conversations with just about everybody lined up on that goal line. Now we're ready for the corner. Into stoppage time at the end of the first half. It's taken short. Return to Brito, who now lasers it in at that near post. Don't think it was the delivery he wanted. That comes to nothing for Omaha. They win it back, and here's an opportunity, and the goalkeeper pounces on it. It rolls out of play. And it's going to be another corner, much to Ofek Antman's annoyance. J.P. Skiers was in there. His first touch wasn't the best. It will be another set-piece chance for the Owls. Frantic sequence. These are the kind of sequences Union Omaha often create with their press and their energy. Another Modelo corner for them then. It's Brito. Another good delivery, loops up in the air. Meza hoping it falls to him. Still not cleared, and finally it's hacked away. Jiba looks to reset. Jiba's ball in, well blocked by Bijev. It's a throw down by that corner flag. The long throw then from Jiba, and it goes all the way out. Misjudging the wind there, and that's a waste. Tough to attempt those long hanging throws with that wind howling like it is tonight. And Fuego FC, you see the frustration from JP Skiers. He scored 2 goals early this year. He hit the post last weekend, nearly had 3 in 3 games. Frustrated with himself, I think, for that first touch a moment ago when the ball suddenly broke to him one-on-one with the keeper. Fuego FC so close to surviving this first half and getting to the break at 0-0. They'll have a little bit more defending to do first, though. This will be another throw for Union Omaha down in the corner. Perhaps their last opportunity to crack the scoreline in the first half. It's Knutson who will take it this time. You see him having a look at the wind first. He'll try the long one, aiming for the top of the box. Comes right back to him. Hangs it up high. Kamatani trying to take it down. Does take it down. Keeps it in play. Final seconds of time added on. Swung in toward the top of the box. Now it's Akoff. Akoff onto his right. Had it blocked. Akoff again. Is there time for one more delivery into the box? Akoff pulls it back. Now Jiba trying to slide it along the deck. It's cleared away, and that's the end of the first half. Great pressure by Union Omaha, but not enough cutting edge for the Owls, and Fuego FC will heave a sigh of relief, and they'll feel good about themselves getting to the break at 0-0 despite enduring quite a bit of pressure in those opening 45 minutes. The chances were heavily in Union Omaha's favor, but the chances were not converted, and so with 45 minutes gone and 45 to go tonight on opening night at Werner Park, it's Union Omaha 0, Central Valley Fuego FC 0.
I'm actually the first person in my whole entire family, teenagers, adults, kids, grandparents, that's gotten my bachelor's degree. It was 16 hours to Missouri, and then we picked up my dad and my brother, and then it was another 5 hours here. I didn't get a walk for high school. Everyone else gets that opportunity, so when it came to this, I was like, I don't care how far it is away.
There you go. Thank you. So where did you even start?
Nebraska Medicine.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He's home now. They implanted this tiny device where they can monitor his heart from anywhere.
I have some good news. Cancer's in remission. CAR T cells work.
Oh my God, amazing. They actually removed the clot that was causing Marie's stroke. She's doing great.
No matter what it is, without question, they are our go-to.
Your connection to the state's most comprehensive care. Nebraska Medicine.
Halftime at Werner Park. It is Courtyard by Marriott halftime at Werner Park. In fact, with Union Omaha and Central Valley Fuego FC locked in at 0-0, despite lots of chances for the home side in those opening minutes. Well, it was another historic week for League One in U.S. Open Cup play. 4 sides progressing from League One into the round of 32, including Union Omaha. Here's a look at how it unfolded.
There's the whistle. We are underway. Round 3 U.S. Open Cup. Low cross. Spangenberg committed to it. Tormenta has the goal. Spangenberg was in an expecting to get it onto his goal. He punched at it with a left hand, and finishing it off is Curtis Thorne. Cabral with the corner. To the middle! Completely unmarked! Completely unmarked, and Tormenta's up 2-0. We are past the allotment of added time. And there is the final whistle. Chalk up another one in the win column for USL League One.
There is the whistle, and the U.S. Open Cup is underway. She-Ho steps up on that left foot and goes right down the middle. Chicago scores. Well, lasered in. Chance here for Omaha! What a hit! It's the equalizing goal for the Owls, and it's 1-1. The dream is still alive.
Chicago just let off the gas a little bit.
She-Ho steps up again, and this time he slots it home. The Chicago Fire lead in extra time. Gutierrez comes on and may have scared Ali Hadjic, but maybe one more chance here for Union Omaha. Kamitani, Akoff, centering pass, shot is in! Omaha scores! The substitute, Alex Touche! 122 minutes on the clock, it's 2-2!
Unbelievable. Great work down the right here by Kamitani, got it back in. Akoff, who's had a superb impact since coming on, did just enough. And the defender with a finish.
We are going to penalties at Soldier Field. Miguel Navarro, the last player off the bench tonight for Chicago, is saved! Nuhu! Akoff steps up, and Akoff scores! It's a cup set for the ages! Union Omaha takes down the Chicago Fire!
Beauty of the cup, and there's the whistle. We are underway. City Stadium.
All the way back. Oh, that was closer. Hung up there for a while. Here's a cross, and it goes in! Terzaghi! And that is a final whistle.
Third round U.S. Open Cup match underway from Rio Tinto Stadium. The last 12-15 minutes, we certainly have Cornwall. It's that block. And it goes right. Pascali, his service across. Volley attempt! The strike is true! And Hailstorm FC take the lead. What a strike by Rob Cornwall.
Fantastic from the Cats, and what a volley. The pressure was building from this USL League One side, but what a finish from Robert Cornwall. What a strike, absolutely brilliant.
The final whistle sounds, and Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC shocks Real Salt Lake in Rio Tinto Stadium with a 1-0 victory. So historic results for those League One sides. Union Omaha and Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC will face each other on the 10th, and a great slate for the next round.
7, taking the lead.
Great finish. Cue the smoke.
It's a goal for Orange County SC and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
Well, Owls fans, do you want to fly like an owner? Thanks to JetLinks, you can. Every time you scan your ticket at the gates this season, you'll be automatically entered into the JetLinks Fly Like an Owner sweepstakes. JetLinks will fly a fan and guest via private jet with Union Omaha owner Gary Green to a road match at the end of the season. You and your guest will receive the full VIP owner experience for the duration of the trip. To learn more about your personal jet company, or if you're interested in a career in aviation with JetLinks, please visit jetlinks.com. Let's see news and notes from around USL League One. USL League One saw its first wins over MLS sides. You just watched those highlights in our last segment as 4 clubs advanced to that 4th round of the Open Cup. NCFC's Nelson Flores Blanco was called up to El Salvador, their senior team, for a friendly against Guatemala. Congratulations to Nelson Flores Blanco on that honor. And USLW League makes its debut May 6th is when that inaugural USLW League season will get underway. Here's your team of the week from Week 3. Rashid Nuhu for Union Omaha in goal. He made a vital save from a free kick late in that match at Tormenta to preserve that 0-0 last weekend. Tresor Imbuyu in the team of the week for Charlotte FC. And here's the current situation, our scoreboard around the rest of the league, as FC Tucson last week a 1-1 draw with Forward Madison. In progress tonight, it's 2-0 South Georgia Tormenta over Greenville Triumph. Bit of a shocking result so far through 45 there. Tormenta hadn't scored in their first 2 matches of the season. Charlotte Independence and Richmond Kickers coming up on Monday. And then Friday, Greenville Triumph and Chattanooga Red Wolves. Friday night lights in League One. That'll be fun. And then next Saturday, we'll have Forward Madison FC against Fuego FC. Charlotte Independence at home to Union Omaha. NCFC will also take on Northern Colorado Hailstorm. And then FC Tucson and Tormenta in the late kickoff. We'll have highlights and stats from the first half and your second half kickoff coming up in just a moment. Our Courtyard by Marriott halftime winding down here at Werner Park. 0-0 Union Omaha and Fuego FC. Let's see highlights from those opening 45 minutes in these very windy conditions. Union Omaha had the wind at their backs in the first half, and they had the better of the play and the chances throughout. This early acrobatic bicycle kick, is there any other kind of bicycle kick, I guess, from Noe Meza, just wide of that far post. Heck of an effort. Meza full of confidence after scoring against Chicago Fire in midweek, and then he played this one through to Dion Akoff, who did well to keep it in play, and nearly a spectacular backheel goal. A little flick by Hugo Kamatani, just trickling wide to that far post. And later, Joe Brito, clean through, should have scored. Knows he should have done better there. Easy to say from here, of course, but Brito badly pulling that wide when he was one-on-one with the keeper. Really the only opportunity from open play of the opening half from Fuego FC. This shot wasn't officially on target for Maxi Shenfield. Looking at the replay, it might have been. This was a great delivery from a corner. Joe Brito's had so many of those already. Nobody on the end of it for Union Omaha. And then J.P. Skierce, just a heavy touch there. Ran out of play and the chance was gone. 6 shots to 1 for Union Omaha in that first half. Possession 60-40 in Fuego FC's favor. Again, Union Omaha doesn't usually have the majority of the possession. They counterattack so well. Fuego did pick up those 2 early yellow cards, remember, to Ozzy Ramos and Jordan Chavez in the 15th and 17th minutes, so we'll keep an eye on that in the second half as long as they remain on the pitch playing with those cautions. So now Fuego FC will have the wind at their backs in the second half. Like many places in Omaha, sometimes the wind can subside a bit as the evening goes along, but still appears to be blowing at a pretty good clip. And you wonder if Fuego FC will be able to generate more attacking time and more pressure on the Union Omaha back line with the wind at their backs in the second half. Conversely, will Union Omaha be able to manufacture the same kind of pressure that they had in the first half without that wind in their favor? And again, as we talked about in our opening minutes tonight, which team will look fresher over the final 15 or 20 of this match after both playing draining Open Cup games in midweek? Union Omaha with an extra day to recover, but they played extra time and penalties against Chicago Fire, whereas Fuego FC only played the 90 minutes plus, about 96 in the end, against Sacramento Republic in their 2-1 defeat on Wednesday. Ball is rolling again, back underway for the second half. Will either side find a breakthrough in half number 2? Rashid Nuhu, that wind blowing in his face in the second half. He's going to have to deal with the setting sun as well, just as his counterpart, Ofek Antman, had to in the first half. High boot there called against Amir Ali Hadzik. Free kick for Fuego FC. Free kick was taken. Referee didn't like the way it was taken apparently and wants it redone. Again, Greg Dopka is our center referee tonight. Union Omaha had 36 final third entries in the first half. Twice as many as Fuego FC had. So they were in that attacking third quite a bit. Again, after scoring 2 against Forward Madison in their first league match, they scored 2 against Des Moines Menace in their first Open Cup match, and then 2 against Chicago Fire in midweek, but drew a blank against Tormenta last Saturday and misfired on some opportunities in the first half today. That's the big question mark coming into this season, and still early into this season. Will they find enough finishing touch? Will they have enough quality in that final third of the pitch to score the goals they'll need to defend their title this year? They're losing so much of their established firepower from the previous 2 seasons after that title-winning campaign last year. When they come through the midfield, they're going to have to keep it in the deck, or on the deck in this second half. It's Brito with plenty of room to come forward. Now slides Jiba in on the left, and Jiba's cross, unable to wrap his foot around it. It's out for a goal kick. That's exactly the kind of play that Union Omaha is going to need to make if they're going to generate chances in the second half. Keep the ball on the grass. It'll be difficult to advance it through the air against that wind. Doyle able to win that tussle. Brito then ran into a man. That was Nathan Smith, who blocked him off. Poor touch, hands the ball to Kamatani. Numbers in the attack for the Owls. Kamatani goes for goal. Kamatani! What an opener! Hugo Kamatani kissing the inside of the post, nestling into the back of the net. His second goal for the Owls, and it's 1-0 in the 48th minute. Yeah, pull the crest, Hugo Kamatani. You deserve it after that strike. The angle was not in his favor. He didn't care. Picked his head up, said, I'm going for it. And the execution, spot on, inch perfect. And the celebration fully deserved. So, after they huffed and puffed for 45 plus minutes in the first half with the wind in their favor, and had multiple great chances to break the deadlock and couldn't do it, Hugo Kamatani does it almost all by himself just a couple minutes into the second half. Now, what do Fuego FC have in response? That goal, by the way, brought to you by Nebraska Lottery, along with Hugo Kamatani. Well, despite his All-American days in college and some good play for Des Moines Menace last summer between his junior and senior campaigns, Hugo Kamatani still has a lot to prove in his first professional season, and he's off to an excellent start. A goal against Forward Madison 2 weeks ago, and now a terrific goal against Fuego FC. That was the first shot on target of the match for either side. Again, Fuego FC only had one shot, period, in the first 45. Kamatani, no foul there, says the official. Now over the top, and it's Antman able to scoop up. So 5 minutes into the second half, the Owls lead by a goal to nil. Fuego FC struggling with their footing early in the second half. It was a slip, remember, after a poor first touch that set Kamatani away to score that goal a couple minutes ago. Now threaded through. Is Kamatani onside? He is not. You see Kamatani just riding that line on the last defender's shoulder, as many good strikers often do. Means he'll be offside sometimes, but if he gets that timing right, he'll be in. Didn't need to be behind the back line to score that goal a moment ago. Brito ran into Smith, and Smith penalized. Free kick for the Owls. Greg Dotka helping Brito to his feet. And it's Brito who you would expect to take the free kick as usual. How will this wind blowing against Brito affect his normally outstanding deliveries in the second half? It'll be interesting to see how he deals and tries to compensate for that wind. Brito toward that back post, and well done by Antman. Saw him have to stretch there, almost over and behind his head. Able to judge the wind well enough to snatch that ball. Rashid Nuhu and Renato Bustamante with a couple little friendly words for each other there. And you see Nuhu having to deal with that wind on his normally very long kicks. Going to be as long as usual in the second half. We joked before the match that Nuhu, in the first half with the wind in his favor, might kick the ball all the way over the other goal as long as as much distance as he often gets on those goal kicks. We didn't quite see that in the first half. He didn't have many opportunities to do it. He might have to play short a bit more than he normally likes to in this second half. The good news for him and his side is they are a goal to the good, thanks to Hugo Kamatani's 48th minute opener. Still plenty of firepower in this Fuego FC side, of course. You just saw Bilyan Bijev walk across your screen. 4 total goals in their first 4 matches, 2 in Open Cup play, 2 in league play. They do also still have plenty of firepower on their bench, including Christian Cheney, their number 9, who has scored 3 goals already. Here's Parliament. They celebrated that opening goal, even though it happened at the other end of the park from where they stand. They're having to deal with the setting sun in the second half, along with their goalkeeper. Solidarity forever, one of their chants, and they'll be in solidarity with Rashid Nuhu and shielding their eyes from the setting sun. And falling over, and Kamatani is back onto it. This is 2-on-2. Kamatani! Well, you can't blame him for going for goal again after what he did 6 minutes ago. That time, not quite as spectacular. That was Jordan Chavez just slipping on that seam in the turf. Boy, Joe Brito was streaking through on the left, wasn't he, as you see that replay. I'm sure he was a little irate that Kamatani didn't slide him in, but that's what you get with strikers. They'll score you some world-class goals, and then occasionally they'll take a pot shot when you really would have liked them to pass it to you instead. Have to take the good with the bad. So far, in the opening 10 minutes of the second half, Fuego FC attempting some aerial balls with the wind, but they have not worked thus far. Still plenty of time. They might be in here. Flag is up, offside, and the ball put into the side netting anyway by Renato Bustamante. But a little warning, perhaps, for Union Omaha. Bustamante. That was a much better ball over the top from his teammate. As Martin Vasquez looks on, donning the coat for the second half. Good header won by Noe Meza. Not able to direct it toward a teammate, but we've seen that a number of times in the early weeks of this season. Noe Meza, not the tallest guy, but wins more than his share of aerial duels for a man his size. Kamatani and Akoff both harassing Mohamed Dabo, who did really well to keep possession. Ball spinning free. Jiba able to lift it to Akoff, who tried to spin it into the path of Kamatani. Jordan Chavez still playing on that yellow card. Hornsby, who had a pretty good first half on that, in the center of defense, really. Well, he's moved out toward the wing a bit. Jiba intercepted in the middle of the park. Ramos looking to go long. Well read and headed away by Ali Hadzik. Akoff. Ali Hadzik pulling it back to Alex Touche. I haven't called Alex Touche's name very much. He hasn't had a whole lot to do with that center back spot. Defenders generally don't mind if they have a quiet, relatively anonymous night. Again, Alex Touche was anything but anonymous on Tuesday night against Chicago Fire, popping up with that 122nd minute equalizing goal. On the way to that spectacular penalty shootout win over the Chicago Fire. They're having a good time. Good crowd at Werner Park tonight. Again, seeing Werner Park from the opposite side of the pitch than we normally do. You see Rashid Nuhu struggling with that wind as he Wanted to toss that ball up into the air to kick it long. Can't take those little tosses for granted tonight. Had to put it on the deck before kicking it. Now Dalton Knutson calmly back to his keeper. Renato Bustamante already signaling to the referee, hey, he's taking too much time. Concerned about time wasting in the 58th minute. Which, once you're down a goal in the second half, starts to loom in your mind. Bijev looked to apply pressure to Nuhu, then the ball turned over. Bustamante now out onto the wing, tried to clip it back into the path of Nathan Smith. Smith has it back now with Brito on his back. Good possession at close quarters by Fuego in this sequence. Now the throw in taken quickly. Jiba does well to track his man. That's not a matchup Union Omaha really want in defense. Jiba having to track over to Mark Viljan Bijev. On paper, that's a mismatch. But Jiba did enough there. And now Akop motoring the other direction and slid out of play. Good challenge by Maxi Schenfeld. It's a throw-in for Union Omaha. Opposing sides will target Ryan Jiba early on this year, with Jiba learning how to defend on the fly. They want him to get forward in the attack, as he is here with this attacking throw toward the penalty spot. It deflected off Meza, rolls harmlessly to Ofek Antman. Really fascinating contest now, with Fuego FC trailing by a goal with the wind at their backs. Union Omaha with renewed momentum and confidence after finding that opening goal. Fuego FC have to be pretty disappointed with the way they conceded that goal, even though it was a terrific shot and finish in the end by Hugo Kamatani. It came after a slip and a missed control and a giveaway. Just a couple minutes after the start of the second half, when they'd done well to get to halftime at 0-0. Akoff was almost in there, but Antman able to hack that out of danger. You see that wind, it's not just blowing straight left to right, it's blowing out toward that left-hand corner flag a little bit as well, out towards center field if you're looking at it from a baseball standpoint. And so we've seen both Antman and now Nuhu taking goal kicks or kicks along the deck toward that right touchline, and the ball just blowing further toward the right out of play. Kamatani challenging for that ball and winning it. He has Akoff in the box. Kamatani chops it along. Right-footed effort flies over the bar from Connor Doyle. Again, the energy of Hugo Kamatani winning one of those loose balls, creating a turnover. And Doyle couldn't keep his effort down. Don't forget, coming up next Saturday, the reigning champs race their way to the Midwest to face a new-look Indy 11 as the USL on ESPN continues. Don't miss the Indy 11 taking on Orange County SC Sunday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Deportes. There's a good aerial battle there between Skiers and Ozzy Ramos. Nuhu had to keep that in play. Ali Hodzik spun it off of Hornsby for a Union Omaha throw. We're going to have the first substitution of the match. Union Omaha making that change. They're going to send Giovanni Montes de Oca onto the pitch. He's going to replace Dion Akoff. Akoff, who we were told before last weekend was carrying a bit of a knock and might still be carrying a bit of that. We don't know that for certain, but they do appear to be being careful with his minutes. Again, this is Union Omaha's third match in 7 days. Montes de Oca straight into the action and wins that challenge against Nathan Smith, who then tugs him down and picks up an immediate yellow card. And he is the third player booked for Fuego FC. Really good first action by Giovanni Montes de Oca. We'll see it again. Doesn't look like he's going anywhere, and then just able to spin right past Nathan Smith. Smith with just that little tug back. He felt Montes de Oca went down too easily, but once you get those hands around the waist, even for a moment, that referee's going to blow that whistle almost every time. So another free kick opportunity for Joe Brito and the Owls. See those black and white shirts lined up across the top of the 18-yard box. Brito curls it in, and the flag is up. Flag is up. And even if that had wound up in the back of the net from J.P. Skierce, it would not have counted. So it was another terrific delivery from Joe Brito. But J.P. Skierce just a bit offside in his run. We're hearing that Fuego FC are about to make 3 substitutions. You see those subs ready over by the midfield stripe. Can their teammates string together an attack before that substitution, though? Good turn by Tunde Akinlosoto. And then they ran into a wall of bodies on the edge of the penalty box. Kamatani wins the free kick. Good back-to-goal play there by Hugo Kamatani. And here come the substitutions for Fuego FC. Christian Cheney is going to come on for Ozzy Ramos. Maxi Shenfield comes off in favor of Diego Casillas. And we will also see Anthony Velarde on for Michael Hornsby. So Martin Vasquez gave it about 20 minutes into this second half after seeing his team hang in there and weather the storm and the wind in the first half. I'm sure he hoped that this starting 11 could generate a bit more with the wind at their backs early in the second half. Hasn't really happened so far, so now he makes a triple change. Ramos, one of those men who was on was on a yellow card. He goes off, along with Shenfeld and Hornsby. And so now just Chavez and Smith still on the pitch with yellow cards for Fuego FC. Brito with a classy touch. Ali Hadzik thought about the cross, decided against it. Now Doyle puts it into the box. Meza had it roll off his foot. Tried to backheel it into Doyle's direction. Fuego FC hoping to break out, but you see those black shirts all racing back for Union Omaha, sprinting back into their defensive shape. It's those moments of transition where Union Omaha have been so good over the last 2+ seasons, allowing them to make the USL League One final in 2020, which of course was never played due to COVID, and then win it all last year. That ball bouncing in Fuego FC's favor almost created a dangerous opportunity for them. And now a good spin by Bijev, almost away on the left, then he pulls up and goes down. Oh, that doesn't look good for Fuego. And now play is stopped, and you would hate to see Viljan Bijev suffer an injury, especially after the phenomenal start that he has had to this campaign. Of course, we don't know what the injury is, but we will see the replay. And you just get a sinking feeling when you see the way he grabs that left leg area. Anytime somebody goes down without contact, you always fear. And certainly concern for Martin Vasquez and his coaching staff. See more substitutes warming up on the touchline for Fuego FC, basically the whole bench. Well, it's good to see Bijev at least able to stand. Able to at least hobble off under his own power. You see the trainer signaling that he'll need a substitution, although Bijev appears to say, no, I'm all right. So, looks like he'll check back in at the next dead ball. Well, that certainly appears to be much better than we initially feared, but we'll still have to wait and see. It's going to be a drop ball for Union Omaha here. Meza sprinting after it. Has to be put out into touch, so it'll be an attacking throw for Union Omaha, but excellent to see Viljan Bijev right back onto the pitch. What can Union Omaha create down in the corner here with Meza? Trying to flick it off another Fuego defender for another throw. Didn't happen. See Union Omaha clogging up that midfield, though, not allowing the ball to be moved quickly from back to front for Fuego. But Fuego FC trailing by just a goal. Still with plenty of time and firepower to turn this around. Bijev. Well, he took another sore one there and goes tumbling over. It will be a free kick. Foul on Ali Hadzik. 70 minutes gone, 1-0 Union Omaha on the 48th minute goal by Hugo Kamatani. Fuego FC perhaps just starting to establish some more territorial advantage. Just a hint of attacking momentum. And what can Bijev produce from this set piece? Bijev, and it was dropped by Nuhu, and then he's fouled. He gets bailed out as the referee's whistle blows. Cheney was there along with Casillas. Nuhu apparently unhappy with some of the contact that was made. The referee motioning for the Fuego players to get away from him and move their way down the pitch. There is Cheney with 3 goals already on the season. Him and Nuhu still jawing at each other. It was a decent delivery from Bijev. Nuhu looked like he would get to it fairly easily, but it spun right through his hands and between his feet, and then he was in some trouble. And let's see it again now. Looks like an easy take, and I think it was Jordan Chavez who was whistled for contact. That really did bail Nuhu out because he was in some difficulty there. Union Omaha is going to have defending to do over these final 20 minutes or so, you suspect. Certainly will have some here. Bijev's cross blocked initially. Really good work from Amir Ali Hadzik. Snuffing out that chance entirely. But it's turned right back over. And Fuego FC, well, that's not a good touch from Mohamed Dabo, putting it out of play, just trying to connect simply with Nathan Smith. Those are the little moments for Fuego that they've got to get right. Just a simple little fundamental ball to keep possession, keep the attack alive, keep that momentum that you've been building up over the last 5 or 7 minutes going. That just relieved all the pressure for now on Union Omaha. They can look to settle themselves again. It is those moments that folks who don't watch much soccer might not take much notice of, but coaches know full well. When you give the ball away that cheaply, you just deflate that balloon that you've been slowly blowing up over the previous minutes. And you have to fight and work to reinflate it. Another free kick here for Fuego. Home crowd didn't agree with that. Taken very quickly. Union Omaha saying that should not have been allowed to be taken that way, but play is allowed to continue. The Owls have it back now. Meza, and now Montes de Oca. Not the best first touch from him. It will be a throw for the home side. Whereas it was Fuego FC in the first half who were content to take some time on throw-ins and set pieces whenever they could. Now it's Union Omaha will be happy to do that as we get deeper into this second half, as they continue to lead by a goal to nil. Good header from Dalton Knutson. Owls unable to keep it in the midfield though. Knutson back to Nuhu, who slides to prevent the corner, puts it out for a throw instead. Fuego FC want to take it quickly, and they do with Casillas. Pulled back to Akin Lesotho, who then turns it right over. Chance for the Owls to counter. They don't have that aerial ball available to them going against the wind. That's something they normally might like to make use of in those situations. Having to keep it on the deck, and then flicked forward into the path of Christian Cheney. Cheney then into the box. It's spun off an Omaha defender. Nuhu racing to keep it in play. Cannot do so. It will be a corner for Fuego as we head toward the final 15 of the 90. The third Modelo Corner of the evening for Fuego FC. Bijev, who remember, nearly scored directly from a corner in the first half. Took a great goal line clearance from Dalton Knutson to prevent that. Tries toward that near post, and it's flicked over. And it was off an Omaha defender, apparently, so another corner coming. Looks like there's a second ball on the pitch somewhere that has to be removed. Well, the corner will be from this near side this time, apparently. Left-footed in-swinger, headed right off the line. That was Knutson again. That's twice he's prevented an Olympico tonight. And then it's safely into Nuhu's hands. Velarde taking that in-swinging corner. And just as Bijev did in the first half, he nearly found the goal directly from it. Dalton Knutson has been immense for Union Omaha when they've needed him to be tonight. 14 minutes plus stoppage time remaining. That was close to a handball. Then Skiers able to nick it. And now a shot that is well wide as Kamatani had his footing give way as he tried to take it. Couple substitutions coming for Union Omaha. They will have Eddie Gordon checking in, along with Gabriel Claudio. Amir Ali Hadzik replaced by Claudio. And Joe Brito goes off for Eddie Gordon. So both sides have changed 3 players. Kamatani was a little slow to get up after that slip a moment ago, but appears to be all right. Well, Union Omaha drawing their first 2 matches on the road. Taking a point away from home, usually not a bad result. They haven't been totally unhappy with those draws, but they really want their first win of the new season tonight. That's a slack ball. Montes de Oca onto it for Union Omaha. Slides Kamatani in. Hugo Kamatani trying to play it across. It's put out for a corner instead. Well, another bad giveaway by Fuego FC. And Kamatani, who profited from one of those to score that goal in the 48th minute, he was in again there. Kamatani looks gassed. And again, Union Omaha not in a hurry to take this corner. It's Montes de Oca who will take with Brito off the pitch. Could the Owls find that killer second goal? Referee first, again, wants to sort out some pushing and shoving in the penalty box that he doesn't like. It's Noe Meza who's stood in between Chavez and Smith and Casillas there, right in front of the goalkeeper, Antman. Now Montes de Oca with the outswinger. Nearly flicked along by Meza. Comes to Connor Doyle, who again is unable to keep his volley down. Connor Doyle never afraid to try his luck from distance. Hasn't found the net from one of those just yet. That will easily run through for Rashid Nuhu. See those other scores from around the league flashing across the right of your screen. Still 2-0 Tormenta over Greenville in the 77th minute. That would be the result of the round if Tormenta could complete that victory at Greenville. Tormenta, another one of those USL League One clubs who are into the fourth round of the Open Cup, beating two USL Championship teams, and now 13 minutes away from upsetting Greenville on the road. Tormenta beating Charleston Battery and then Birmingham Legion in the Open Cup. They'll go to Inter Miami in the next round. Here in Omaha, 10 minutes of the 90 remaining. Another slip by a Fuego player. Antman way out of his box, but again looking pretty calm in being out there. Union Omaha winning a lot of those loose balls. This Fuego FC attack that has been so potent in their opening 4 matches this season, yet to fully spark to life tonight. Still time for it to do so, but that time is starting to grow short. And offside is Diego Casillas. This is one of those that if Union Omaha could find their way across the finish line, it would be a great grinded out result in their home opener. But a lot still to do before that might be a reality. Nuhu keeping his kick low there to avoid that wind. Jay Mims motioning to one of his coaches. Might be about to make another substitution. Antman straight to a Union Omaha head. It'll come back to him. He's going to go long again. And again all the way through to Nuhu. Temperature pitch side has dropped about 15 degrees since opening kick. You see fans having to bundle themselves up a bit now. That's where those scarves really come in handy. Take your time, security. One of the fans hollering as that ball went out of play. It took a little while for Tunde Akinlo Soto to receive a new ball. Oh, Antman with an interesting touch there, but still had time to volley it away before Hugo Kamatani closed on him. That ball stayed in play for a long while along that touchline. Again, Fuego FC just not sharp with their touches. And then Nuhu skewing his kick out of play. It'll be an attacking throw for Fuego, which they are in a hurry to take. Bijev looking to switch play. It's a good ball on the right to Kinla Soto. Facing up Montes de Oca. Kinla Soto wanted to return it to Bijev, didn't put enough on it. Meza looks to protect it now. Finds Doyle, who in turn briefly found a teammate, but Eddie Gordon was dispossessed. And now the referee blows for a free kick. It was Nathan Smith who fouled Gabriel Claudio. 6.5 minutes remaining until stoppage time. Fuego FC have not been able to connect well through the midfield tonight. You could understand that in the first half. It's been more glaring in this second 45. Kamatani trying to find the head of Skierce. Volleyed back out of the Fuego FC box. Now Skierce able to settle at his feet. Trying to wind his way past a couple men. Got past one, but not the second. Here's Kamatani again. Had Skierce making the overlapping run, didn't have the angle to slide it to him, then went down under a challenge. Skierce takes it down by the end line, pulls it across the face of goal. Montes de Oca was in the vicinity, but not close enough. Flick along was won by Fuego, but nobody forward to get on the end of it. Nuhu, impressive distance that time against the wind. But then it rolls through, and danger here for the Owls. Nuhu is way out, unable to get there. His clearance almost blows straight back to the edge of the penalty box. Jiba up for it, got enough on it, and then hacks it away. Tension starting to ratchet up, though, at Werner Park as we head for the final 5 of the 90. Will that Hugo Kamatani goal in the 48th minute be enough for the Owls tonight? Will Fuego snatch at least a point? Flicked through, that's not a good ball. Nuhu has a simple task yet again. You're hearing from pitch side, you see Hugo Kamatani going down. He's about to be subbed out, and now play is stopped, and that will allow the substitution to be made. Kamal Malcolm is about to come on for him. Here's Hugo Kamatani's 48th minute goal that currently is the difference in the match. Picking it up off a turnover and didn't need any help. Kissing it off the inside of that post. And he gets a well-deserved ovation as he comes off the pitch. Kamal Malcolm, a very experienced striker, 32 years old, from Jamaica. Has won a few caps for the Jamaican men's national team and has played all over the world. He'll come on for the final 4 minutes plus. Montes de Oca onto that. And Malcolm lets it run out of play. It's a Union Omaha throw. And that suits them just fine. Montes de Oca will wait for somebody else to come up and take it and let some more seconds run off that clock. Montes de Oca wins another throw. And these kinds of little sequences are golden when you're protecting a one-goal lead in the final minutes. This time it's Montes de Oca, though, who's whistled for the foul. Fuego FC, conversely, want to take it as quickly as possible. Not been able to make much of this wind advantage so far in the second half. Skierce, who looked like he was maybe playing with his shoe untied. And a whistle, free kick, Union Omaha. Smith, who's on a yellow, called for it. Again, unhappy. Fuego FC have been really frustrated with referee Greg Dopka this evening. But it's another chance for Union Omaha to take the air out of the game and take time off the clock. Connor Doyle serves it toward that corner flag. That's a good header to keep it in play and find a teammate. And Fuego with a chance to get forward, and Union Omaha looking a little bit stretched, at least momentarily. Now they're able to hustle back into shape. Fuego onto the attack. Casillas turning with it. Now Akinlo Soto between the lines. Akinlo Soto looking to slide it through. Might still fall through. Here comes Nuhu. It had to be cleared out by Knutson, and it's going to be a corner for Fuego. Good sequence there. Probably their best attacking sequence in terms of connecting passes and playing between the lines all night long. And they've been dangerous from these corners, these Modelo corner kicks. And they've almost scored directly from the corner twice. Dalton Knutson's had to make 2 clearances off that line. Referee having a word with Gabriel Claudio there. It's Velarde taking again, and it spins over the bar this time. Going for goal once more, perhaps. But too much height on this one, and Union Omaha can breathe a sigh of relief for now. Into the final minute of the normal 90. And we'll see how much stoppage time we'll have after that. Nuhu with that low goal kick. Didn't quite reach Malcolm, but then he wins it. Fuego FC able to pick it up. That's a handball against Montes de Oca. Free kick for Fuego. Taken by Casillas. Takes it short. Goes up into the attack. Dabo plays it long. Edge of the area. Good header by Knutson. Falls to Mesa. Counter might be on for Union Omaha. It is on for Kamal Malcolm. Kamal Malcolm trying to race clear. Malcolm into the back of the net. And Union Omaha is going to take all 3 points tonight. The Jamaican international on for the last few of the normal 90. And that pays off for the Owls as he ices this one with an ice-cold finish on the break. Great ball from Noe Mesa, I believe, and Kamal Malcolm riding that challenge of the defender, sliding it past Antman to salt away the result for Union Omaha tonight. Great strength and an even better finish. First of the season for Kamal Malcolm. Goal presented by Nebraska Lottery. Well, Jay Mims told us last week in talking about Malcolm, if you can play in the Guatemalan League and score goals there with the way you get kicked as a striker in that league, in that environment, you can play and score anywhere. It might be in again here. That ball a little too long this time. 4 minutes of stoppage time indicated. They might add another because of that goal. Here's Bijev. Fuego FC not done yet. Bijev straight at the goalkeeper. Fumbled by Nuhu. Then it rolls across the end line. Who off last? It's going to be a goal kick. Viljan Bijev not quitting in this game. Nuhu standing at that far post to make the initial stop. Wasn't able to hold it, but Renato was not able to scramble it past him either. All those little moments and breaks of the ball have gone Union Omaha's way tonight. They've had an excellent second half. Might get even better. It's Montes de Oca racing clear. Montes de Oca still and goes down. Referee is going to show a yellow, and I believe he pointed to the spot. It's a second yellow, and it's a red card. And it will be a penalty in the 93rd minute. Chavez sent off. He picked up the first yellow in the 15th. He picks up the second yellow in the 93rd. And Sergio Chavez makes the long walk the dressing rooms here at Werner Park up that ramp. And the night goes from bad to worse for Fuego FC. And a yellow is also shown apparently to Diego Casillas. And it is a very long walk to the visiting dressing room at this park. I wasn't sure when the referee first produced the yellow whether he was showing it to the defender or showing it to Montes de Oca for a dive, but he did show it to the defender. You see Montes de Oca took too long initially. Then the little shirt pull by Jordan Chavez, and that earned him the second yellow and the penalty kick for Union Omaha. Looks like J.P. Skiers grabbed the ball, and it will be Skiers to take. Skiers steps up and scores and adds more gloss to that scoreline for Union Omaha. It's his third of the season. It's Union Omaha's third of the night. And again, they will cruise to all 3 points this evening. Well, gave the keeper the eyes and then sent it straight down the middle. J.P. Skiers took that with the confidence of a natural goal scorer. He didn't score any goals last season. He scored a bunch in preseason. He joked that he didn't score in preseason this year to save them for the regular year, and that's worked out terrifically well. Bijev shooting right from the kickoff. That's the last action of the night. And Union Omaha with 2 goals in stoppage time round out a great night for them. It was 0-0 at the break, but goals from Kamatani and then Malcolm and then Skiers take them to a 3-0 triumph over Fuego FC this evening in their first win of this 2022 title defending campaign. Jay Mims with handshakes and congratulations all around. Fuego FC off to such an exciting start to their inaugural League One campaign, but fell a bit flat tonight, understandably. Playing such a draining match midweek and then having to travel here, you could tell their legs just weren't underneath them and were never able to get into a rhythm in the first half, playing against the wind, and then never really found it in the second half either. We will show you our play of the match presented by Shady Rays. Remember, we were 0-0 at the break. But just a couple minutes into the second half, Hugo Kamatani stepping onto this turnover. He had teammates streaking forward. He didn't need any of them. Hugo Kamatani with the match-winning goal, opening the scoring in the 48th minute, giving Union Omaha that foothold that they would then protect for most of the rest of the second half before adding on to twice in stoppage time. Great finish. Our Shady Rays play of the match. We'll take a break and come back with highlights and stats and wrap up our broadcast for tonight. 3-0 Union Omaha, winners this evening. Dog owners and dog lovers alike, make sure you have your tickets to our next home match on May 25th as we play Charlotte Independence for Pups at the Pitch. Register your dog at unionomaha.com/community today. All dogs must be registered to enter Werner Park. Anything is possible that night. Don't miss out. Get it? The Owls continue their run in the U.S. Open Cup as we take on Northern Colorado Hailstorm FC at 7 p.m. on May 11th at University of Nebraska Omaha's Caniglia Field. For tickets, visit unionomaha.com or visit the advanced ticket window. I was wondering that. They could go. They were the first 2 goal scorers of the night for Union Omaha. Hugo Kamatani on the right, Kamal Malcolm on the left. He sealed the win with that 91st minute goal. There's Rashid Nuhu keeping a clean sheet for a second straight week. High-fiving the fans. And we'll see our highlights from this one tonight. Now this is our catch of the match this evening, presented by Catch Intelligence. It's a catch not as simple as it might have seemed under these conditions tonight, with the wind whistling in Rashid Nuhu's face in that second half. Now let's see our highlights from these 90 minutes tonight. Again, Union Omaha had the better play in the first half too, but couldn't make that count on the score sheet just yet. As it turned out, that would only be delayed. But in the second half, just a couple minutes into that second half, there's that goal by Hugo Kamatani. As we see it on our Cool Greens full-time highlights. Kamatani, you can watch that over and over, kissing the inside of that post so gorgeously. And the fans in Volt and Black celebrating on opening night. And then at stoppage time, Kamal Malcolm off the bench, finishing the break. And finishing off Fuego FC, making it 2-0 in the 91st minute. Just able to get it past Ofek Antman. And the celebration down in the corner as the Jamaican international made an impact off the bench. And then a penalty just a minute later. Also the second yellow and a red card, therefore, for Jordan Chavez, who completed a tough evening. And JP Skiers burying the ensuing spot kick right down the middle for his 3rd of the season and Union Omaha's 3rd of the night. And the Owls complete an excellent evening. They raised a championship banner from last year. The 8 returning players received championship rings. And then they take all 3 points against Fuego FC. Our Catch Intelligence final stats see 13 shots to 4 in Union Omaha's favor. Both sides kind of bizarrely with 3 shots on target, but all 3 shots wound up in the net for the Owls, and obviously none of them did for Fuego. Possession 60-40. Again, that suits Union Omaha just fine. They like to play on the break, and they showed you exactly why, especially in stoppage time. 4 yellow cards and the 1 red for Fuego. They'll have Jordan Chavez now suspended for their next league match. Again, an excellent evening for the home side, raising that championship flag. They got the rings. They had the pre-match procession from Parliament. And then Hugo Kamatani, Kamal Malcolm, and JP Skiers helped them roll to a victory here tonight. For our great crew, led by Ryan Rose, I'm Donnie Barnes. Good night from Warner Park. It ended Union Omaha 3, Fuego FC 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League League One cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League League One.